Welcome to the grand opening celebration of the guest house at Graceland. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Some of us that have been here a long time have dreamed that long of a hotel, a very special hotel for the Elvis fans.
It was really designed by Elvis. And the best that we could all do was to try to listen to what his voice said. In everything that we do, it's really his vision.
This has just been something that is so close to all of our hearts, to make it Elvis Presley's, to make it yours, to make it all of us that can feel comfortable and feel his spirit.
The guest house is extraordinary, and I feel like I'm a guest at Elvis Presley's home. I know without a doubt that Elvis Presley is very proud of the guest house, and his style and his touch is everywhere in everything, in the rooms, in the lobby, in the restaurants, and it's got a very Elvis and Memphis touch.
It is very much Elvis, but in a very modern way, that if Elvis was still with us, this is exactly what he would design, what he would put together, how he'd want to have us share his experience with him.
It's Elvis Presley, and you can see all the touches of him everywhere. You know, the decor, the colors, it's something he would do.
You kind of have a sense of what he was like in his humble beginnings, and I don't know, you kind of have that feeling here. Not that this is humble, but it's just very friendly and very what you would expect from him.
It's going to change the nature of this part of Memphis. This is going to become a magnet for development. It's going to change Elvis Presley Boulevard in Whitehaven. It's great to be here, like the first sellout and really the first time that the hotel has opened. It's thrilling to be able to be here. I hope you've all enjoyed it and you'll come back.
I think we were the first ones to do a show on that stage too, weren't we?
I think so, yeah. So that was good.
That's an honor.
Very good.
Do you attribute one of the reasons that he loved Graceland so much, though, is because his mother loved it so much here?
I think that, he was so proud to be able to afford, and never in his life did he think he would be able to afford such a beautiful home. And he really looked at it as having his mom and his dad there. I mean, they struggled all through, he had such humble beginnings.
I watched Elvis and I said, I don't think I'm going to marry this fella next to me. I think I'm going to marry that guy. I swear. And of course I didn't marry him, but a few years later I got to work with him and become friends, and I thought, well, what a luck. I picked the right career.
You brought a friend.
Yes. I'd like to introduce you to Elvis, 1957.
Yep.
From Jailhouse Rock, my favorite Elvis movie.
So he knew I wasn't a big fan, and boy, when I saw him in that black leather suit, that was, I went to work the next day and I said, oh, honey, I was never a fan, but I'm one now.
And he said, okay, here we go again. We go back again. And we get to that part, that I'll fly away, old hat loser, I'll fly away. And he just said, what's wrong with that fool?
He came to pick me up that night, and I introduced him to the family. And as you know, he was, people used to say he was just plain Elvis, and I said, no, he was never plain Elvis.
Sam and Elvis really loved each other. I mean, honestly, they did, and they had a great friendship for forever.
We're glad you're here. Are we ready to have an auction? Let's have an auction. What do you say? And here we go. I'm $10,000, now $11,000, now $12,000 bid, $13,000, Marty. Last chance, anywhere to go 14, and I have So, $13,000 number